Welcome to this week's Bushel Up. The word of the day, word of the week is volatility. And if you're not used to it by now, you probably will be. There's a lot of volatility going on in the world with markets, but we're going to start with our weather. We live in Nebraska, most of us, Kansas, Colorado, Iowa. There's a lot of volatility in our weather, and we've seen that so far here in March. And that's why it's important to have a plan, get your orders on the books. We're butting up against March 15th. We talked about that a few weeks ago, about that's when we can kind of start those fall or spring burn down programs. We can lay out some of those soybean residual herbicides, pre-emerge herbicides, get them on, get some of the work out of the way. And in order to do that, we need to have a good plan. We need to have orders on the books so we can take advantage of these windows where we can work. Obviously, we don't know. There'll probably be more snow coming. You never know in Nebraska. We can't predict that. And so that's why it's important to have a good plan. So be on top of that. Soil samplers are back in the fields. We did get a thaw out enough for them to hit the fields. So if you have some late minute soil sampling needs, please reach out. I know there's some ground that's changed hands in areas as people have retired or made decisions on what they're going to farm and how they move forward. So if you're taking over a new farm, make sure you're getting that grid soil sample. It's a small fraction of cost. I know nobody wants to pay the $10-12 for a grid sample, but if you're on a new farm, it's really important to know what we're working with before you go spend all the rest of money on seed, fertilizer, all your crop protection down the road. So get that baseline set. Volatility in the markets, we see it every morning, every day. We don't know if we're going up or down. We had Brian Burke out here a couple weeks ago. He was at our annual meeting, and he's been talking about that. I hope everybody picked up on what he was laying down. You're going to wake up every morning and the headlines are going to drive markets. And there's a lot of things at play besides just the traditional factors that we consider. Acreage reports, the swing to corn acres versus bean acres, a lot of volatility. So make sure you have a marketing plan. Reach out to our people. Make sure if you have a broker that you're in close contact with them so that we understand cost of production, where we can sell, kind of where the market is. That helps you make decisions throughout the rest of the year, and that's important. So be aware of that. Volatility in the fertilizer market still continues. We talked about that also a couple weeks ago. Shift to corn acres is putting a lot of pressure on nitrogen fertilizer. When we talk tariffs, we talk about increasing the cost of raw ingredients that go into a lot of the crop protection products. So if you haven't been in, got stuff locked down, I highly advise that you do so. Make a plan. Get those things either booked. We have booking programs where you can at least get pricing locked in, or we have a new financing program that we just came out with. So if you're looking for some last minute financing, maybe you got a little gap in your lending there that you're needing to fill, visit with our people about that. It's for all inputs, so we can cover some of the non-traditional things. We have the CP and the seed programs as always, but we can cover some fertilizer and some other needs for you as well. So with that, as we hit the fields, everybody be safe. I'm looking forward to being out in the field next time, so hopefully next Bushel Up, we're actually in a field, we're getting dirty, doing something, at least funner than sitting in the office. So stay safe, and we'll see you next time.